Bryan here again. Loving this. It's making me think way more about just being creative and new ideas and stuff like that. I'm glad you guys liked the Norwegian idea. My vision for it was like a behind the music kind of a thing, which would be a lot more difficult to film for just us three. I do like the going to a fancy dinner and it just being the music that's there or something like that, like or a classy place or even an elevator or something ridiculous like that. And I like the accordion player, or like even if they all have acoustic guitars and banjos but it just sounds super death metal-y, which I think is pretty funny. As for your guys' ideas, I'm liking everything that I'm hearing. The supernatural like roommate idea, I really like it. They'd work time travel into it or something like that. They could, I like bringing in historical figures or something like that. To pick up girls, they go back and they talk to Casanova, or not back, they talk to his ghost maybe through a Ouija board. That they need to work on homework. They're doing a report on Genghis Khan, and so they summon Genghis Khan to come, and then hilarity could ensue from that. And also then we could dress up in stupid costumes, which is always kind of fun. The Medicine Hat idea, I really think there's a lot of potential in Medicine Hat. I've always kind of thought that. It's hard for me because it feels so niche-y. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of towns that are kind of like it, but in the sense that it's weird they close at 4:30, like, it's got like the weird clicks and stuff like that. Riffing about it would be the best possible way to go about doing it. I think us riffing and kind of discussing more about like the little clicks and stuff like that, because I feel like doing very specific Medicine Hat ones isn't really what I want to do with it, even though some of those might be really funny. Making it broader in the sense that not for an audience thing, just so like I can show it to people who aren't part of the 15 to 25 from Medicine Hat demographic, when that's very narrowing ourselves. Definitely don't think time limit should be a factor. I feel like as long as you're getting everything out and being concise. Loved the song. Thought that was great. Why not? Gotta one-up those challenges. I kind of tried to do that. I'm not a very good drawer and I haven't had a lot of time because I've been in finals and that kind of stuff for school, so my time has been sort of limited, unfortunately, but I try my best. The deaf guy not understanding the accents because he's deaf reminds me of when I was pretending to be deaf on an airplane ride, and it was really uncomfortable. The deaf, like if you don't know, like if the deaf guy knows and the audience knows that the guy's deaf, but this guy doesn't, and I don't know how that works, if they're friends or whatever. The guy just, I really want to do accents, like I think they're great, or even stand-up comedy, and then him just be like, I told a joke, and then because he sees his expression of like, oh, you're laughing, so I really like that. Music, the guy's like, oh, I'm a really good singer-songwriter, you're just terrible. But the deaf guy has no idea, and he just wants to encourage his friend. He's like, oh, good job, buddy, like, that's awesome. But he is terrible. I was impressed with the 25 voices. That was pretty good, minus Shaggy. It's a little bit disappointed in your Shaggaroo, and a few of them were just not necessarily the voice. It was more of a, for Kif, it was you just going, which, I mean, Kif does it a lot, but it's not his voice. I mean, I can't do better or anything. Okay, my idea for this video is I had a really good friend who liked a girl from Slovakia. She could speak English and everything, but wanted to learn Slovakian a little bit so he could be cuter around picking her up and talking to her and stuff like that. And I thought it would be really funny if you have a friend who's like, man, I found the girl of my dreams. She's Russian, doesn't speak any English. Can you help me out? Do you know anybody who knows Russian? Friend's like, not a problem, man. I know Russian super well. He's like, no, what? Like, really? Like, awesome. Like, takes him, goes to meet this girl, and he's like, all right, this is my friend, he speaks Russian, he can translate for you. And she speaks Russian, is like, oh, fantastic, whatever, we don't know. And then the friend's just like, oh, she said, fantastic, now we can start talking. And the friend doesn't know Russian at all, he just speaks in a Russian accent. So the girl will talk in Russian, and then the guys would talk to his friend, and he'd talk to her in the sense like, he says he really like you. So you can go on date with him probably sometime. The friend immediately doesn't believe it. She totally understands what's going on and talks back to him. He says back to the guy, it all works out fine, and I just think that's really funny. I feel like it can be funny if the friend just immediately doesn't believe him. He's like, screw that, how are you going to do that? He's like, easy, man. I'll talk to Russian right now. hello friend, how's it going? Two Russian girls like come to his arm. Oh, you speak Russian? Oh my, that's so wonderful. And I don't know, I feel like that could be really funny to do a sketch about. I guess I have to show you my little comic book now. Here it is. I'm sorry that it's going to be kind of small because I didn't plan on this. So I'm going to show you by panel and sort of explain this terrible drawing because it's not very good. So here I'm going to try my best to show you what's going on. So, and I know this is backwards. Okay. This guy is saying, is she going to be okay? And this guy is a doctor. Ooh, there we go. Doctor. And only time will tell. And there's the wife in the bed. And I know it's terrible. Shush your face. The guy notices the clock in the background. What is going on with that clock? That's crazy. And now a terrible drawing of the very end. Oh, what do you know about my wife? Oh, he's super upset, and this is supposed to be a clock, and I know everyone doesn't think it is, and I don't care. And he's really angry at the thing. So, yes, that's my terrible drawings. I'm sorry, you challenged me to do it, and that's all I had time to do. So I apologize. I had a funnier one, but I couldn't draw it well. So, your face, I guess, whatever. Alright, I guess I have to challenge Emmanuel to something. I want you to rap something. And, yeah. Good luck.